All right, let's get started. Welcome everyone to another episode of Crypto Corner. It is the first week of January and things are still not looking good for cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, all crypto, everything is still down. Everyone is now calling the end of the bull market. In fact, many people, many outlets, news outlets and everything are already calling it a full-on bear market, something that I'm still not quite certain about. I'm going to go in the charts now. I'm going to look at Bitcoin. I'm also going to look at Ethereum, Sandbox, Cardano, Atom, Chainlink, what else? I'll look at Compound, Shiba I'm going to look at, and a couple of other coins. Let's see how much time we've got, because I don't really want to make this video too long. But today, I already saw quite a few articles, quite a few headlines that are really calling for the bear market, for the full-on bear market. Now, I do support the idea that we are in a short-term bear trend. We are still doing this correction. Have we actually entered a full-on bear market? This is what everyone is asking, and this is why I'm going to go into the charts and we're going to look for some answers to these questions. Let's get started. This is Crypto Corner. Right, now before I go into the charts, a quick look at the market. Today we see that pretty much everything is in the red. Cardano is actually doing not too bad, 1% up, and also Chainlink is doing not too bad, 3% up. Atom is by far the one that is printing the biggest return so far, 16% up in the last 24 hours. Not bad at all. Let's actually arrange them by high gainers. The highest is Atom, the lowest is Syntaxis. Mana is the second highest. UMA is the third highest. Actually, in yesterday's video, we were talking about UMA. UMA is doing really well. Let's see on the second page, what do we have? On the second page, we have Vesper Finance being 71% up. Wow. I think I sold that coin. I wish I hold it. Anyway, Green Trust is the second one, 10% up. Not bad. Kyber is again trying to wake up. Kyber's been not doing well for a very long time, 9% up today, and Pro Finance is also 6% up. Library Credits 6%, all right, not bad, not bad. Saitama is 4% up. Saitama is basically the next Shiba for some people, not for me really, but many people are calling it to be the next Shiba, and it's already done 120,000%. Okay, impressive. Right, well, these are the top gainers. Overall the market sentiment is still very bearish. There is a lot of fear, extreme fear. In fact, we are now at 18, the fear and greed index of Bitcoin. So let's take a look at the charts. But first, a quick message from our sponsors. One of our sponsors is PrimeXBT, an award-winning multi-currency trading platform which offers access to various markets, including cryptocurrencies, loads of forex pairs, also commodities and indices, which means you can diversify your risks by having exposure to non-correlated assets. They offer different leverage percentages on the different assets, and in order to provide the highest level of liquidity and instant order execution, PrimeXBT aggregates feed from 12 industry-leading exchanges and feed providers. More importantly, PrimeXBT is the exclusive home to co-vesting, a peer-to-peer copy trading module that features a 5-star rating system and global leaderboard that provides various metrics to take into account when choosing whom to follow. This is an automated trading feature that allows novice traders to leverage the skills of more experienced traders and collect profits in a hands-free, done-for-you type of a system. I have been using this throughout the year already. I like to be able to tap into markets that I personally don't know very well and I don't trade myself, like oil or gold for instance. Another thing I really like about this exchange is the freedom to use it without having to share your ID or other sensitive data. KYC is not obligatory, and they have some of the lowest fees on the market as well. You can also use their co-vesting yield farming service and earn annual yield on your crypto assets, including stable coins. Percentages vary according to the amounts locked, so check them out. I also have a welcome bonus code that is in the description below. So give it a try by using the links in the description below. And right now you can take part in their money winning contests. They just launched a whole contest marathon with weekly and monthly rewards. You can take part in this even if you've never used the exchange. All entrants work with dummy accounts, which means that there is no risk for you. You are allocated funds to use for these contests, and if you rank high and win one of these prizes, you actually win real money. So there's nothing to lose but a lot to win if you do. Give it a try. The link to find out more is in the description below. Alright, let's get started with Bitcoin first. So this is the 1 hour chart. I'm going on the shorter time frame because right now we are in a bearish trend. This is a short-term bear market for the moment. I mean, we don't really have a confirmation of the long trend being broken yet. So in that respect, I'm not really calling this a full-on bear market, but definitely we are in a bear trend. We are making lower lows, lower highs. So yeah, that's for sure. Here we'll actually very clearly see that we are still respecting our trend line. We have broken it, but we are climbing back above it. So even if we break it briefly, like we did back here, that is not quite an indication of a bear trend yet. I mean, a full-on bear market, long-term bear market. So in the next few days, if we manage to climb back above this trend line, then we are not really confirming the bear market, despite all of the media articles and FUD that is currently going on. Let's not forget that when Bitcoin makes this kind of big drops, everyone panics, everyone starts getting very, pessimistic and everything. And this is what's currently happening. The market is on the weekly are still bearish, unfortunately. They're still having more room to go down and everything, but they're getting now very close to that lower end where they will turn at some point. They will turn. So a few more days of bearish price action could be expected, but I think we might actually escape a full-on bear market. This is the daily. The daily is also looking bearish. The market is just printed a bearish cross. So this is not good. On the other hand, the RSI is going into oversold region. It's just about entering the severe oversold region. This is bullish. This is good. I mean, we still have more room to go down a little bit, but definitely it's looking way better than it was a few days ago. Now, we didn't actually go to that lower support. We went very close. We went to 41K, but we didn't actually go to 40. So the 40,000 still remains unchallenged. We need to challenge that. I feel that we are going to challenge the 40K. If we break the 40K, 37 is the next support. It's not a very strong support, and then we don't really have another support all the way until 30K. So these are the two levels that everyone is watching right now. 30K is actually what everyone is calling. I feel that it would really depend on the price action, because if we have a strong selling action here, if there is a lot of selling pressure, then it could actually drop to 30. But if the selling pressure is not as heavy as we saw here, then we might just consolidate around 40K. We can drop to 37, very briefly, challenge that and get a lot of buying appetite around this level, and then start going upwards. We might not even break the 40K actually. It looks to me like we are already starting to climb upwards. The 46,000 right now remains the big challenge. 46,000 is definitely the one that if we break, we are out of this correction. 42K, I feel that, this is forming somewhat as a support right now, because we are able, we are getting rejected at this price a few times now. We're not really breaking for too long below 42K. We broke yesterday, but not for too long. So this is good. It means that the buyers are still confident here around these price levels. We haven't lost the 40K level. That is very important. But 46K, I don't know. We have to challenge this over the next week or so. Otherwise, we are going to get even more panic, because the longer Bitcoin stays below these levels, below 45, 46,000, the more people are getting scared and they panic, and we will be seeing even more selling. On the 30-minute chart, the short term is actually looking bullish. We have this bullish cross here in the EMAs, 8 and 5 EMAs. So we are managed to climbing back above this. We did go below this, but as we are climbing back, this is bullish. So this is in the very short term, it's looking good. Let's look at Ethereum, which is actually really bad right now. Ethereum has broken support levels. It's actually down against Bitcoin as well. It is now below 0.080, which is not good for Ethereum, because at some point it actually went to 0.087. So yeah, it's really weak. But on the plus side, this is on the daily, we are going again in the oversold region. So as we enter oversold region, usually we bounce up very quickly after that. So I feel that from this point we can expect some bullish price action reclaiming this support level. Actually, I need to make this red now because these have turned into resistance levels, and these will be the levels now that we will have to challenge and that we will have to conquer if we are making a recovery. The first hurdle will be 3,500. So currently at 3,200, we are not too far from it, but we will definitely need to reclaim this and make it into a support. The first one that we are attempting right now actually to climb above is the 32, almost 3,300. So this is the first thing. The markets are not very bullish yet. I feel that they still have more room to go downwards before they turn and they start going up. So this is on the daily. Let's just take a look at the weekly. The weekly is looking bearish. We have both markets and RSI is kind of neutral, but plenty of room to go down to actually get into the oversold region. Markets are printing this bearish cross very recently, and they still have a lot more room to go downwards. So the long term on Ethereum is not looking bright just yet. All right, now let's look at some of the altcoins, starting with Solana. Hold on, it's a little too busy. Let me take away the okex indicator. Right. Okay, so this is on the 4-hour chart. We actually went in the oversold region here in the RSI, and we are bouncing back up from there. The markets are also kind of getting to the bottom of the range, so very soon I'm expecting that they will turn and start going upwards with the price as well. So this is actually looking all right, not too bullish, but it's not looking too bearish. Now the daily, however, is looking bearish on the markets. We have this bearish cross that we just printed. We are going in the oversold region. I feel that we can actually go lower on the RSI before we bounce back upwards. This is actually driven by Bitcoin. We see the same wick here that we see in Bitcoin, and we saw the same in Ethereum. So really, any analysis on the altcoins right now is kind of tied up with Bitcoin. You cannot have a bullish performance in these coins unless Bitcoin is doing something bullish. If Bitcoin keeps dropping, they will keep dropping as well. And any bullish indicator like this oversold RSI, all of this could be cancelled if Bitcoin makes another drop. So we really have to watch out what Bitcoin is doing when we analyze this, because some altcoins are actually doing well. Let's take a look at Chainlink, because Link is actually doing well. But again, this price action, however bullish right now, this will not last for too long if Bitcoin keeps dropping. So, and we're going in the overbought RSI, and the markets are also getting quite far apart here at the top range. This is coming to an end, this rally that we're seeing with Link. I feel that it's getting exhausted, and this is on the daily. We had this dodgy candle here, but we are still green today. It is a hammer though. Okay, well, I'm not really expecting that this bullish price action will continue much further. Maybe for another day, and probably tomorrow already we are going to start seeing, a drop in the price in Chainlink. I feel that the bulls are getting exhausted. This is on the weekly, and hold on again. Let me take this away. Well, the markets are actually giving me hope that soon they're going to start getting closer together and print a bullish cross. So the long term on Chainlink is actually looking good. It's looking better than the short term. So even if we go through a pullback in the short term, we are actually still looking bullish in the longer term. So this is important. Also, we are seeing here that we are doing a double bottom formation, which is a bullish indicator. So for the longer term, again, this is the weekly. On the longer term, I actually am bullish on Link. Right, the next one I'm gonna look will be Sand. And Sand is not looking very good. These markets are really at the top of the range. They are starting to drop right now. They're still far apart, but starting to get closer, which means at some point they will also cross. And this is the weekly, so the longer term is not looking very bullish to me. Let's take a look at the shorter term. So this is the daily. On the daily, we actually are still bearish. I'm not really seeing bullish signs here. Let's see the shorter term, the 4-hour chart. We actually went in the oversold RSI as we dropped here, so now we are bouncing up. The market is about to print a bullish cross, so this is not bad. Alright, so the short term on Sand is looking a little bit bullish, but the long term not so much. This correction can actually take us much lower. I wouldn't be surprised if we go to the, is that the 21 on the weekly? Yes, so this is the 21. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually go and touch this moving average, because this is support, and during a bull market this acts as a decent support. So dropping to this support, you know, reconfirming it, challenging it, this will make sense to me. Okay, let's take a look at Cardano ADA, and here what I'm seeing, bullish cross on the market is double bottom as well from what I see on the 4-hour chart. So this is bullish. In the short term, things are actually looking good. Let's see the longer term. Well, we still, the longer term is still not bullish yet, but it kind of shows us that we are approaching the end of this pain, and very soon we are bottoming here on the market. We are also approaching the oversold RSI, so it looks like very soon we are going to bottom out and we're going to start turning the trend. At least right now this is how it looks to me. I mean, we are at a support level which is quite a major support, which is this level here. And I need to make this green. This is holding us for the moment a few times. It's quite a flat support level here. And if we don't break the support, most likely we are bouncing up from here. This is what I'm expecting, because we didn't break it even this time when we challenged it. So ADA on the longer term is not looking too bad. And in the short term is also not looking bad at all. Alright, what else shall we take a look at? Atom today is actually doing well. Let's take a look at Atom. Wow, we bounced back from this support very well on the 4-hour chart. Look at how well this support was holding us. At the same time, we are quite high on the RSI, so I'm expecting a pullback in Atom. The markets are still looking good, but I feel that we could go a little bit higher in terms of price, which will get us into the overbought region, and from there we're going to make a pullback. This is in the shorter term. Let's see the longer term. Wow, we've had 3 weeks of really green candles here, very bullish. I didn't even notice that. Right, well, the markets are actually looking good. They're making a bullish cross at the top of the range, which is not something that we see very often. Okay, we have to be careful though, because I feel that after these 3 weeks of strong bull action, we are due a pullback. We are already making a small pullback. We got rejected from this, apparently is our biggest rejection here, our biggest resistance, right? We got rejected again from this level. So right now we are pulling back a little bit, but I mean, still looking strong. Let's see the shorter term. Well, the 4-hour is looking very similar. Again, we see a bullish cross. The RSI is quite, you know, in the overbought region, not severe overbought yet, but it is quite high up there. I wonder if this is, are we at an all-time high? It looks like it, right? Yeah, we are very close to the all-time high. Interesting. All right, so with Atom, what I can expect here is a minor pullback, perhaps at least to this moving average here, the 5 and the 8 moving average there. Of course, they're very close. So somewhere around this price range to 42, 41, somewhere around there would be a decent pullback, and then we can make another attempt, because right now things are looking bullish here. Okay, Axie, let's look at Axie Infinity. Oh, okay, well, Axie Infinity is also approaching its bottom by the look of it. On the 4-hour chart, we are getting in the very low range here in the market. We went in the oversold region in the RSI, and we are now bouncing up already. Maybe we've bottomed out, in fact. I feel that we might have bottomed out in Axie Infinity. This is the 4-hour. The weekly is not looking good. We have a lot more room to go downwards on both RSI and MACD in order to complete this correction. We have broken below the 34 and the 21 EMA on the weekly. This is bearish, so unless we climb back above these moving averages, I'm not turning bullish on this. This is the longer term. And let's look at the daily as well. And the daily is printing this bearish cross here. It's going in the oversold RSI. So in the next couple of days, I would expect us to see some bullish price action, but we are not out of this correction yet. We haven't bottomed out. Okay, the next one I'm looking at is Compound, and this is the daily. We are making lower lows and lower highs, so we are still in a bear trend here. The market is about to print a bearish cross. They're going downwards, they're going to cross here. This is going to be a bearish cross. The RSI still has more room to go downwards, and with the lower highs and lower lows, definitely we are continuing this bear trend here. We are not out of the woods with this correction on Compound. The weekly is looking slightly better. The markets are approaching the bottom here. They still have to get closer, tighter together, and to print that bullish cross before we can actually talk about, you know, going upwards. But it looks like this is proving to be a support, and so far it's actually holding us. So 174, if we don't lose that level, things are going to look bullish again. But we are very close to that level. We are still challenging it, so we have to wait and see how this will turn out. We don't really have a confirmation of a bull rally coming yet. Okay, and last one I'm going to look at is Shiba, because many people are holding this token. I purchased it recently, started accumulating it because I'm expecting that they will be making some, you know, new updates and announcements and launches and things. So I feel that at some point this year, maybe in a few months, a couple of months or something, we're going to see some very bullish price action. But for the moment, we are actually looking bearish. Bearish cross on the market is on the daily. This is a level that is being challenged a few times and it's still holding, but if we lose that level, we can go drop even lower. We can go to the 200 moving average, which is sitting at 22.98. I mean, I'm not mentioning all the zeros before that, but you get the point. We are at 28.49 right now. We lost the 3,000 level, if you wish. I mean, it's not really a 3,000, but whatever. I don't even know how to code this, because in dollars we don't really have these kind of denominations. I mean, we don't really have anything below the cent, right? The 1 cent is the smallest denomination. Here we are we are with 4 zeros far away from 1 cent. Anyway, the weekly. The weekly, we still have more room to go downwards in this RSI. We don't have enough data for the market to actually paint a decent picture. So Can we go lower? Of course we can go lower. Definitely. We can actually go down here. So this is one support at 26.21. I mean, we also have this, but I wouldn't really call this a support. No. To me, this really is the support level. So if we break the current support that we have challenged and that was holding us a few times, this one here, then the lower support is this one at 26.21. But I don't really think we're gonna go much lower than that. So on the bright side, we are entering accumulation zone here. It's already been accumulation zone for many. As you saw in my previous videos, I was talking about Ethereum whales really accumulating Shiba and holding Shiba, not selling it, which is interesting, right? So the 1 hour is looking, it's kind of starting to look bullish a little bit. And we are making now higher highs and higher lows. So in the short term, the 1 hour, we are actually starting the recovery. But again, let me remind you, this recovery, these bullish indicators that we are seeing, this can all be cancelled should Bitcoin decide to drop below 40K or even drop again to 40K. All of this will be cancelled because we are at 42,000. I mean, this bullish price action that we are seeing in the short term in Bitcoin, this is what's driving all of the other coins as well to have this bullish price action. But, if Bitcoin makes another dive into this support, all of them will do the same. So, yet again, all eyes are on Bitcoin. In the short term, Bitcoin is looking bullish. In the longer term, Bitcoin is looking bearish. Alright, well, this wraps up today's episode of Crypto Corner. Everyone, thanks for staying until the end of the video. If this helped you, please share it with someone else who would also benefit from watching this. And don't forget to leave likes and comments below. This will help the YouTube algorithms to pick up this video so that it can get more visibility and reach more people. Also, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe and the notification bell so that you know when I'm posting a new video. Also, very soon, I'm doing yet another giveaway, so make sure that you follow every video that I post. I bring you all the latest news and reviews and market analysis, things that actually help you in your crypto journey. This is my goal. This is what I've been doing since 2016. This channel has actually been around for the last 5 years. It is a milestone already, and we have reached almost 20,000 subscribers. So this year I want to surpass 20k subscribers. Please help me do that. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next episode.